Welcome back to my YouTube channel Coins History Coins VC. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of rare and valuable coins from the United States. Coins you might even find in your pocket change. Money bag. From hidden mint marks to valuable errors, every coin has a story, and some could be worth far more than you think. Don't miss today's exciting coin breakdown. Top 1. The 1967 quarter dollar from the United States of America is an interesting coin that holds both historical and collectible value, even though it is not considered extremely rare in most conditions. This coin belongs to the famous Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932 and features the portrait of George Washington, the first president of the United States. The 1967 quarter specifically was minted during a unique period in U.S. coinage history when the government temporarily removed mint marks from coins. This decision was made due to a nationwide coin shortage and to discourage collectors from hoarding coins based on their mint origin. As a result, even though millions of 1967 quarters were produced at different mints, none of them display a mint mark, which is why your coin shows no mint mark. This quarter is composed of a copper-nickel clad, meaning it has an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition was introduced in 1965, replacing the earlier silver quarters, which were 90% silver, due to rising silver prices. The coin weighs approximately 5.67 grams and has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters. On the obverse front, you will see the word Liberty above Washington's head, the phrase, "In God We Trust," to the left, and the year 1967 below. The reverse back features a heraldic eagle with outstretched wings, clutching arrows and an olive branch, along with the inscriptions United States of America and quarter dollar. In terms of value, most 1967 quarters are common because they were produced in very large quantities. Over 1.5 billion coins were minted that year. In circulated condition, coins that have been used in everyday transactions, they are typically worth only their face value of 25 cents. However, if you find one in uncirculated condition, meaning it has never been used and still retains its original shine, it could be worth between $1 and $5 depending on its quality. Higher grade examples, especially those graded by professional services like Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, can sometimes sell for $10 to $50 or more. Rare error coins, such as those with off-center strikes, doubled dies, or missing clad layers, can be significantly more valuable and may reach hundreds of dollars depending on the rarity and demand. Collectors often look closely at 1967 quarters for such errors because this transitional period in U.S. minting sometimes led to production mistakes. For example, a doubled die error might show slight duplication in the lettering, while an off-center strike would result in part of the design being missing. These errors are uncommon, but they are what can turn an ordinary coin into a highly valuable collectible. Historically, the 1967 quarter represents an important era in American coinage when the U.S. Mint was trying to stabilize the economy and ensure there were enough coins in circulation. The removal of mint marks lasted from 1965 to 1967, making coins from these years unique compared to others. By 1968, mint marks were reintroduced and normal operations resumed. In conclusion, while the 1967 no mint mark quarter is generally not rare, it still holds significance for collectors due to its historical background and the possibility of valuable errors. If you have one, it's always worth examining it carefully for condition and any unusual features. Even if it turns out to be a common example, it remains a small but meaningful piece of American history next to the 1979 D-Mint Mark quarter dollar from the United States of America is a classic example of modern American coinage and belongs to the long-running Washington quarter series, which has been in circulation since 1932. This coin features the iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse front, a design originally created by sculptor John Flanagan. Above Washington's head is the word Liberty, while the phrase "In God We Trust" appears to the left and the date 1979 is inscribed at the bottom. The D mint mark, located to the right of Washington's ponytail, indicates that this particular coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the major coin-producing facilities in the United States. The reverse back of the 1979 D quarter displays a powerful image of a bald eagle with its wings spread wide, holding arrows and an olive branch in its claws. This design symbolizes both strength and peace and is accompanied by the inscriptions, United States of America and quarter dollar. The eagle design remained standard on quarters until it was replaced in 1999 by the 50-state quarters program. The 1979 quarter is made of a copper-nickel-clad composition, consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition was introduced in 1965, replacing the earlier 90% silver quarters due to rising silver costs. The coin weighs about 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter, with a reeded edge. In terms of mintage, the 1979 D quarter was produced in very large numbers, with over 489 million coins struck at the Denver Mint alone. Because of this high mintage, the coin is generally considered common and is still frequently found in circulation today. In circulated condition, it typically holds only its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples, coins that have not been used in everyday transactions and retain their original mint luster, can be worth between $1 and $5 depending on their quality and eye appeal. Coins in exceptionally high grades, such as MS-65 or higher, especially those certified by professional grading organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, can sometimes sell for $10 to $40 or more in the collector market. Collectors also pay attention to potential mint errors in 1979 D quarters, as these can significantly increase a coin's value. Some known errors include off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and doubled die varieties where the design appears duplicated due to a misalignment during the minting process. While such errors are relatively rare, they are highly sought after by coin enthusiasts and can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100 depending on their rarity and condition. Additionally, coins with strong strikes, full details, especially in Washington's hair, and minimal contact marks are more desirable among collectors. From a historical perspective, the 1979 quarter reflects a stable period in U.S. coin production, following the major changes of the mid-1960s when silver was removed from circulating coinage. By 1979, the U.S. Mint had fully transitioned to clad coinage, and production processes were efficient and consistent. Although the coin itself may not be rare, it remains a part of everyday American history and is a familiar piece of currency that has passed through countless hands over the decades. In conclusion, the 1979 D Washington quarter is a common but still collectible coin. Its value largely depends on its condition and whether it has any unique mint errors. While most examples are worth only their face value, high-grade or error coins can carry a premium among collectors. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced numismatist, examining coins like the 1979 D quarter can be both educational and potentially rewarding, as even ordinary coins can sometimes hold hidden value next top 3. The 1980 P quarter dollar from the United States of America is a widely recognized coin that forms part of the long-running Washington Quarter series, one of the most iconic coin programs in American history. First introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the design has remained a staple of U.S. currency for decades. On the obverse front of the 1980 P quarter, you will find the left-facing profile of George Washington, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The word liberty appears prominently above his head, while the national motto, "In God We Trust," is inscribed to the left, and the year 1980 is displayed below. The P mint mark, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail, signifies that this coin was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. It is important to note that the Philadelphia Mint did not use mint marks on coins for many years, but beginning in 1980, the P mint mark was added to quarters, making this one of the first years where Philadelphia quarters carry a visible mint mark. The reverse back of the 1980 P quarter features the classic heraldic eagle design, with wings spread wide, clutching arrows and an olive branch, symbolizing both military readiness and peace. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America at the top and quarter dollar at the bottom. This reverse design was used on Washington quarters from 1932 until 1998, after which it was replaced by the 50-state quarters series. The coin is made from a copper-nickel clad composition, consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This composition gives the coin its silver-like appearance while maintaining durability and reducing costs compared to earlier silver coins. The 1980 P quarter weighs approximately 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and features a reeded grooved edge. In terms of mintage, the 1980 P quarter was produced in large quantities, with over 518 million coins struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Because of this high production number, the coin is generally considered common and is still frequently encountered in everyday circulation. In circulated condition, its value remains at face value, 25 cents. However, in uncirculated condition, where the coin retains its original mint luster and shows no signs of wear, it can be worth between $1 and $5 depending on its grade. Coins that achieve higher grades, such as MS-65 or above, especially when certified by professional grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Company, can command prices ranging from $10 to $50 or more in the collector market. Collectors often examine 1980 P quarters for potential mint errors, which can significantly increase their value. Some of the more notable errors include off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned, double die errors, where elements of the design appear duplicated, and planchet errors, such as clipped or improperly formed coins. While these errors are relatively rare, they are highly sought after and can be worth anywhere from $50 to several $100 depending on their uniqueness and condition. Additionally, coins with strong strikes, minimal contact marks, and full detail, especially in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers, are more desirable among collectors. From a historical standpoint, the 1980 P quarter represents a notable transition in U.S. coinage, as it marks the reintroduction of the Philadelphia Mint mark on quarters after many decades of absence. This change was part of an effort to improve tracking and identification of coins produced at different mint facilities. The coin also reflects a period of stability in U.S. minting, following the major shift away from silver coinage in the 1960s. By 1980, the copper-nickel-clad composition had become standard, and the minting process was highly efficient. In conclusion, while the 1980 P Washington quarter is not considered rare, it remains an important and collectible piece due to its historical significance and role in marking the return of the P mint mark on quarters. Its value largely depends on condition and the presence of any mint errors. For collectors and enthusiasts, examining such coins can be both educational and rewarding, as even common coins can sometimes reveal hidden treasures next top four. The 1985 D quarter dollar from the United States of America is a well-known modern coin that belongs to the long-running Washington quarter, a series that has been part of everyday American currency since 1932. This coin features the familiar portrait of George Washington on its obverse front, designed by John Flanagan. Washington is shown facing left, with the word Liberty inscribed above his head, the national motto, In God We Trust, positioned to the left, and the date, 1985, placed below. To the right of Washington's ponytail, you will find the D Mint mark, indicating that the coin was struck at the Denver Mint, one of the primary coin-producing facilities in the United States. On the reverse back of the 1985 D quarter, the design displays a heraldic bald eagle with its wings spread wide, clutching a bundle of arrows and an olive branch in its talons, symbolizing the nation's readiness for defense and its desire for peace. Surrounding the eagle are the inscriptions United States of America along the top and quarter dollar along the bottom. This classic reverse design remained in use for Washington quarters until 1998, after which it was replaced by the state quarters program beginning in 1999. The coin itself is composed of a copper-nickel clad, consisting of outer layers of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a core of pure copper. This composition was introduced in 1965 as a replacement for the earlier silver coins, making the 1985 D quarter part of the modern clad coinage era. It weighs approximately 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.3 millimeters, and features a reeded edge. In terms of mintage, the 1985 D quarter was produced in very large numbers, with over 610 million coins struck at the Denver Mint. Due to this high mintage, the coin is considered common and is still frequently found in circulation today. In circulated condition, it is typically worth only its face value of 25 cents. However, if you happen to find an uncirculated example, one that has never been used in daily transactions and retains its original mint luster, it can be worth between $1 and $5 depending on its condition and visual appeal. Coins that are in higher mint state grades, such as MS-65 or above, and especially those certified by professional grading services like the Professional Coin Grading Service or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, may reach values of $10 to $40 or more in the collector market. Collectors also search for mint errors in 1985 D quarters, as these can significantly increase the coin's value. Some possible errors include off-center strikes, where the design is not properly aligned, doubled die errors, where lettering or details appear duplicated, and planchet errors, such as clipped edges or irregular shapes. Although these errors are relatively rare, they can make a coin much more valuable, sometimes worth $50 to several $100s depending on the rarity and condition. Coins with strong strikes, sharp details, and minimal contact marks are also more desirable to collectors, especially those with full detail in Washington's hair and the eagle's feathers. From a historical perspective, the 1985 D quarter represents a period of stability in U.S. coin production. By this time, the transition from silver to clad coinage had long been completed, and the minting process was highly efficient. Coins like the 1985 D quarter were produced primarily for everyday use rather than for collectors, which is why they are so common today. However, they still hold value as part of American history and are an essential piece of the broader Washington Quarter series. In conclusion, the 1985 D Washington Quarter is a common but collectible coin. While most examples are only worth their face value, higher-grade coins and those with mint errors can carry a premium. Whether you are a beginner or an experienced collector, examining coins like the 1985 D quarter can be both educational and rewarding, as even ordinary coins can sometimes turn out to have hidden value.